Hello everybody and welcome to Mass Effect 2164 week 7 almost coming to the end of our little story time here. So how you guys doing?
I burnt an egg today and I'm sad about it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's just like a majesty of my failure. I'm like a sim with no cooking skill. I just can't do anything.
I don't think you're allowed to equate yourself to a just don't do that.
It's very appropriate. Especially when, like, you know, you walk into a room and you forget what you're doing. That's just like when you're a sim and you've just deleted them what they meant to do. It's like, oh.
Did you ever see, okay, here's a sidetrack since you're talking about sci-fi anyways. Did you ever see The Nines?
No.
With Ryan Reynolds, The Nines?
No.
Okay. You need to
Good
see Ryan Reynolds, The Nines. I think you would really like that movie.
I thought you were about to reference Dollhouse then.
No. I love Dollhouse because I love Joss Whedon despite being a dick. All right, so anyways, back to it's Guys' Day today. We're missing Rookie for reasons unknown, but that's okay. We don't need Lena. It's not like she has the most powerful weapon that murders everything.
She's the best.
Close range, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's like whenever she leaves, things go horribly wrong. You know.
Okay, so let's recap from last week. Really quickly, last week you guys came to the facility, crash landed because you had nukes shot at you. Crash landed onto the ground amongst like some mountains. Rookie did what she could to, or Lena, I should say, did what she could to like bring the thing in the safest area possible. While you guys were heading towards the facility, you had a few baddies sent out towards you guys. You killed them, bumped into some more, killed them, brought yourself to the actual facility, blew a hole in the wall, found your way in, killed some peeps, and froze a guy half to death, then made friends with them by not letting him die and saying you're going to kill some aliens. Now you've been sneaking your way through the facility, finding out that apparently this place is being semi-run by Batarians, being run by humans, manufacturing some sort of red, powderish looking, sand looking thing. It's weird, some small grains of red something. And finally have brought yourself to a hangar, which is funny, it's familiar. Brought yourself to a hangar wherein there are a bunch of Batarians and two humans trying to bust their way. They were in the middle of transporting things to get the F off of this planet. You guys interrupted this. Killed some of them. They shot a rocket at you, specifically, Rockwell. And you survived. And yeah, I think we're picking up with, it's actually back to the baddies' turns. We're actually picking up with, it is the bad guys' turns. So, the question before was how many had remains? Well, there's the one that was hiding underneath the actual ship, amongst the legs and whatnot, trying to get out of like the chaotic shooting of Svedka. And then there were, let's see, Lena there were two more of the Batarians that were nearby, one of them uninjured, one of them injured, and then there were two humans that were left. The one that shot the rocket launcher and is now standing right next to, what's her name? Svedka. Yep, shot the rocket launcher, is now standing right next to her. She tried to like charge into him, but he moved out of the way, so she's like exposed right next to him. And finally, the other human that you saw run up into the hole and throw the rocket launcher out, but now you don't know where he is because he's up inside the ship. Okay? All right. Batarians first. Oh, yeah. Now, could you remind me, please, Rick, where you are in relation to those two Batarians that I just mentioned?
I'm pretty sure I ran towards them like 5 meters-ish distance or something. Like not close enough to be in grenade range of Lena, but close enough to like help and whatnot. And I believe I'm also in some cover against them, although not great.
Oh, zero cover. There's no cover out here. Yeah, zero cover.
Fair enough.
Yep. Okay.
You like jumped into the open hangar with space.
I did a flip, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't die.
You didn't die, which is, I was like, oh shit, Carmine's dying. There's no way.
Yeah, you did a garbage roll and they missed you. They missed you so bad. All my attack rolls are awful. Fate. So funny. All right, so let's get to where we are. So now it's the bad guys' turns. We're gonna go with the two Batarians that are out in the open. Lena had actually run all the way up into melee range and whipped out her pistol and was like pew pew and did that. So first one we're gonna have is that one attacking at poor little Lena, attacking at her with his pistol. Pew pew. Things up over here. Okay, so he's gonna attack at her. The problem is that he's actually he's actually in engaged range from her. So to shoot her with his assault rifle would be rather difficult to do. It's actually impossible. So he's gonna move out of her range, which normally would trigger an attack of opportunity from her as a reflex. But unfortunately, she doesn't have a melee weapon out, so that doesn't actually happen. That doesn't trigger. So he's gonna be able to move out of her range safely and then take his attack against her. Where are you, bad guy's guns? There you are. Assault rifle attack against Lena. Ready, set, go. And with only an 8 attack roll, what happens is he tries to back off. He backs off a little bit and tries to line up and shoot her. Lena has done a lot of extensive training lately after what had happened on a different planet before and the injuries that she had acquired. She did a lot of extensive training to make sure that she could properly handle herself when in situations like this. So as he backs off, she allows him to step backwards and just kind of like watches the way that he's holding his rifle. So as he's aiming to shoot at her, she starts moving to the left, like getting ready, like she's gonna look to dive for cover. There's not really cover around, but just as he goes to pull the trigger, she does like a spin turn around, like a spin juke around to like start coming at him from the other angle. Bullet goes out wide and completely misses her. The one that was what's his name there, Carmine, was charging at but didn't quite get to yet. He's gonna pull out his assault rifle and he's gonna attack at Carmine. Carmine, you've taken 0 damage thus far, haven't you?
Yeah.
Bastard. Let's see if we can change that. And that's a no.
Yeah.
Nope, that's a no. It actually rolled off the screen right here, but that's a natty 1. So he pulls out his gun and he's aiming at you like looks at the thing. It's actually overheating. His weapon is overheating. That means you have at least 1 round where this weapon of his is just not functioning. 100% not functioning. You are perfectly safe. So
And that's why you taunt after rolling instead of before.
That's true. That's true.
And so that's their turns. But then the guy that's behind the leg of the ship, that's kind of underneath the ship and hiding behind the leg of the ship, is going to pop out with his pistol. And he's also going to line up at Carmine and try to take a couple shots at him. It's going to be about pistol. Woohoo! You have an 18 AC, don't you?
17.
Oh, I definitely hit you then. So he said he pops out from behind cover, lines up his shot while you're trying to not get hit by the assault rifle. Luckily, the assault rifle ends up overheating after the first shot, which just barely missed you. The thing just starts overheating like crazy, so you're safe and you can start walking towards the guy, almost forgetting about this person off to the side, having enough wits about you to try to move out of the way, but unfortunately, you're dodging bullets here. You know, usually just try to like get yourself to slightly better angles. Unfortunately, it does not work. He does hit you for 11 points of damage, knocking out just over half your shields. So you take 11, reducing your shields from 20 to 9, and that is their turns. So now it's going to go over to the humans' turns immediately afterwards. So the humans are, as we said, one of them you have no idea where he is, but all of a sudden you start hearing the ship powering up. But not like the engines turning on. You hear the slight like you know when you go to the grocery store, the market, and you stand maybe too close to an older fridge, or maybe you have an old TV turn on. You have that like really high pitch like noise. Like, does anybody else hear this right now? You start hearing that sound, which is the sound of like all the electronics of the ship coming online, and the immediate draw that it does to the engine as they're coming online. Okay, you start immediately hearing that, and maybe seeing a couple of lights turn off on them back off nearby. The other human, the one that was standing right next to Svedka as she charged at him, he's gonna bust out an a shotgun, and this is a gorgeous shotgun, and she's completely exposed in front of him, having rolled that natural 1, charging at him from across the way, completely exposed. He's going to have to attack with his shotgun. Oh, just give me 2 seconds here. Where are you?
He's going to have to. Oh no! Poor evil man. You're going to have to attack the crazy Russian lady that... just crazy.
I mean, why do you say it like that? Like, I mean, you think he...
Because Rockwell is writing the psych report as we speak.
I was gonna say, you think he has... I mean, You think he wants to live this lifestyle? I think this is his choice. You know what I mean?
This isn't everyone all over again, is it?
No. All right, give me 2 seconds. I forgot to add the shotgun in here.
Stop being like a good Netflix show and making me sympathize with the bad guy.
Here we go. That was a good. I'm sorry, that was a lot of fun. All right, he's going to make his attack roll against her. 1, 2, 3, attack. And he's gonna hit her from behind with the shotgun. And here's the damage. It's kind of lame. It does 11 points of damage. I don't know if you remember, but she had already taken a little bit of hit from before because she had the lip of the ship protecting her a good bit of the way. But there were a little bit of shots to get through. So they do shoot. A little bit gets through her armor. Nothing absolutely ridiculous or crazy or whatever the case may be. And that actually is going to bring the turns rounded about back to her. And so she's actually going to turn around with her own assault rifle and start attacking immediately back at him. It's actually a miss. She turns around with her own assault rifle, is the and attacking at him while trying to like back up just a little bit. But unfortunately, like because she's kind of like recoiling from the fact that she got shot and then the actual recoil of the rifle kind of moving all over the place, that it kind of goes all over the place and misses entirely. That brings us to the next turn, which is Lena. Now, Lena, as we had said, had already engaged into up close with one of the people. She's going to move back in with her pistol because when she is... Oh, wait, no, that's only when she first whips it out. She can't miss.
Yeah.
So she's actually going to continue because he had already put a bit of distance between them. She's going to continue backing up, like moving backwards a bit, but maintaining a bead on the person. She had already activated her marksman ability last turn, and so because it's already activated, it's still there. Because it lasts for her, I think, 2 rounds. Where's her pistol skill? Pistol skill is 1. And marksman, for those of you at home that don't know, once per scene you may activate this ability. When firing a pistol, you can do so using the burst action. You know about that, Carmine. Active for a number of rounds equal to your pistol skill level, +1. Reduces the amount of heat discharged by 1. So more or less, she shoots 3 bullets, and it only counts as 2 at this level of the skill. Moving on. She's going to attack with her pistol. And I'm going to add a +2 to that skill roll. Bam. Oop, wrong one. Bam. And here we go. Oh, that sucks. I saw a 20 like circling for a second there, but it didn't land on it or anything like that. Okay, so she's backing up and taking her shots. However, she's also being very defensive, trying to protect herself. So her shots go wide as well. That is Lena's turn. Not very exciting. We're gonna go to Rockwell's turn. Rockwell. Oh,
Question:
man.
How much do our shields recharge? I know they recharge after 2 turns of not taking damage. This is the second turn of not taking damage.
Mm-hmm.
How much does they recharge each turn?
Your shields, which are the basic line ones, 2 points every round after 2 rounds.
I thought they were 2.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't 100%.
Mm-hmm. So that's starting at the beginning of next turn because this is round 2 of no damage.
Oh, okay, it's after next turn.
Yep.
Okay,
yep.
Sweet.
Beginning of each turn, starting round 3. Go. Because you could, because you could still technically take damage between now and the beginning of your next turn.
You're totally right.
Usually.
It's just it's like a wording, like a brain thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I would hear the engine, the weapons activate. Is there any hypothetical way I can, from Omni Tool, disrupt that? Or is that just a flight of fancy?
You can certainly hack into the ship. There's no question about that. However, your Omni Tool has a certain level of range for how much you can penetrate through things. With where you are right now, you're not going to have the power of the. Like, it's not like it's a souped up Omni Tool.
Get like under or in the ship, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's one of those things where eventually maybe you can have a bot that you can control and do that stuff through your Omni Tool through the bot. But in the meanwhile, you're gonna have to get into closer range to penetrate the metals there. You know?
No, that's reasonable.
Because like somebody like say Rick, possible. His Omni Tool can't even cut into.
No,
walls.
I know. I was just like thinking. In which case, I'm just going to get to the ground because I'm behind a half-closed exploded door.
Yeah, it's like almost 2/3 closed because it's all mangled and bent in and stuff like that. And luckily you're alive, you know.
Oh, I'm fine. So I'm going to take like position below it, like prone, and I'm going to try and take a shot at the guy under the legs of the ship if I can.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to kind of like lie on your belly and line up a shot. And the person you're going to shoot at is the one that is firing at Carmine because he's the safest shot, or the one that's firing at... Oh, no, actually both of them are safe shots at the moment. The one that's firing at Carmine or the one that's firing at Lena?
Carmine.
Okay. Hashtag fuck Lena, she's
The
not here.
injured one.
What?
Shoot the injured one.
I was gonna. I don't know which is injured because I'm behind a door.
That's the one shooting at me with the assault rifle.
Mhm.
I
Is there any
managed to boop him.
modifiers or just straight?
Straight. Sorry.
Cool.
He's well within range, and your line on your belly
I
doesn't
just
affect
heard
you.
that there were modifiers for being prone, but I didn't know about it.
Oh, yeah. Modifiers to being attacked, not to attacking. Yeah.
Miss one.
Awesome. That's
I'm bad.
sadly a horrible miss. Were you shooting that with your hand or with your little bot gap? Or you kept your bot in back?
With my hand, the bot is now
Yeah.
half exploded, really behind.
Yeah, because
I
that's like
have-
1 health point or something, and you try to keep it alive. Gotcha.
I think it has like an extra +2 if I used a robot, but I maybe don't want the robot to explode because I can fix it if it's on 1 HP.
Yeah.
I think if it's on 0 HP, it's kind of gone forever.
Gotcha. So anyways, the Carmine, it's your turn. It was kind of a lackluster round from your companions.
Yeah. nothing
Not
happened.
a semi-lackluster round from the bad guys. It's your turn now.
Right, is there any way I can get into cover from Shotgun Guy?
Sorry, I'm eating a banana. So you can technically run through them and get over to like the legs of the ship, same as the other person did, but then you're going to be amongst the legs of the ship as the other Batarian that's here.
Yeah. Like, were those other two guys, were those behind crates earlier, or was I, like, misimagining
No, that was
that?
yeah. No, this combat has not had anybody hiding behind crates. There are in fact crates off to the side. That does exist, and there's also people inside tubes off to the side, and you can kind of beeline it over there. But you have to spend your whole turn running there. You won't be able to attack this turn.
Well, I'm the best guy at killing here, basically, so... I'll just stay where I am, try to, like, find the best cover I can, even though there is nothing, really. I'll just pretend to look around anyway, and I'll just shoot the guy that's injured again with a burst from my assault rifle.
So you just kind of like
Because-
look around for a second, like really try to get cover, and then maybe throwing off a pock shot or two while you're doing that, and you just kind of like fuck it, and you double down, walking forward slowly while with your
Like
assault
Terminator.
rifle. Okay.
Oh, for God's sake.
Ouch.
We're gonna die. I hope you're looking forward for season 2.
He hasn't used his once per combat ability yet, so he's still good to go this combat.
Neither have I.
Yours is not a combat ability. Oh
know.
yes, you do have one. Haha.
It's actually just straight scene. It's not combat, but
Yeah. Same thing effectively, because a combat is a scene, barring few exceptions. Okay, so unfortunately, kind of like Lane said, pock shot or two, and then you look forward and you try to shoot, but unfortunately, like during that time that you do the pock shot and looking around, he'd actually changed his angle, so while you're shooting your shots, try to follow after him, he's already strafing and moving to the side out of your where it was that you were aiming. All right, that's going to be Carmine's turn. Bring it back to the Batarians. Oh god, this is not good. So one of them is going to open fire against Lena with his assault rifle.
She still has full shields, it's fine.
Yep, she does have full shields, and it is fine because he goes shooting at her, but as I said, she was kind of like shooting backwards and focusing more on defense and offense, and so she just kind of like starts moving to the side and just moving sporadically enough that he's lining up his shot a little off. So he misses. The one that is fighting against you, Carmine, is going to shoot with his assault rifle back at you, running to the side, strafing, shooting at you. Trying to hold his bead. Also, just the way he was moving and trying to stay out of your way protected him from you, but also you from him. The one that's behind, underneath the actual ship, he's got his own pistol out, and he's also going to shoot at Carmine, seeing him as the greater danger here.
Jesus.
Making his attack roll. I know. And you know what? He actually hits. He lines up a shot and but your shields completely absorb it, doing 0 damage. After that, that's all of the Batarians. It's going to be the humans' turn. So one human is going to take a shotgun and shoot at what's her face again, Svedga again, completely exposed and in his face.
should really remember her name before you kill her. Polite.
And that is a hit. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's a hit. Let's do the damage.
She's like billions of credits worth of government stuff.
Ooh, okay. So she takes the hit. Luckily, before she had her shields absorbed it. This time her shields absorbed most of it. But that shotgun blast, the bullets come riddling through her armor, piercing into her flesh. She's obviously wounded. She's obviously taking the damage. You can actually see the helmet that she's wearing has a huge crack in it, and it's splitting open. Spider cracks throughout it with 2 little bullet holes that are inside there. Spider cracks, it's one of those, like, if she were to go out into an area with little to no atmosphere, it's going to be leaking. Hardcore leaking, what's it called? Life support. That was a nasty, nasty hit. She is not doing well. Before we get back to her, all of a sudden, that noise, or electronic sound we just discussed, completely disappears, and then you start to see on the side of the ship exterior weapons to the ship come out and come online, and you see a turret that starts to slowly move its way, aiming over towards, because luckily you guys are so close to the ship that it can't aim at you with where you are. So it starts trying to make its way over towards the doorway where the rocket launcher had shot towards. So it's slowly making its way over there and lining up the shot and starting to spin. And that brings us to Svedka's turn. Svedka, she is taking this blast. She's not stupid. She takes a blast and kind of like stumbles backwards and then looks around and immediately turns tail and starts booking it over towards the crates and dives behind the crates for cover to try to get some sort of safety from this goddamn madman shooting at her in the face with a shotgun. Because only a crazy person would do that, right? Right, Rick? And that is her turn. Now it's Lena's turn, who's once again starting to back up. Seeing the guns come online, though, she changes the angle that she's backing up with and starts moving back towards the ship as she's backing up, because getting too far from it would leave them exposed to the guns of the ship itself. Lena's making her attack roll. No marksman this time.
Oh, that was so close on 18.
Yeah, unfortunately, it fell off the 18. It is only the 4. Lena has another lackluster round. That leads us to Rockwell. Rockwell, you get 2 shields.
So, there's one gun on the ship spinning at me. Is there, like, any part I could shoot to disable the gun? I don't want to shoot the gun and blow up my pistol. That's incredibly unlikely. Mm-hmm. But could I hit a bit and, like a cable or something and power it down? I know ships. Okay,
roll me an intelligence no check, please.
I'm down for that. I'm, like, fine using my turn here and completely wasting it if it's completely useless. But I think that's definitely the thing I would do. No. No.
You do not know that of any way to... I mean, you know that these ships are designed to handle shots from ships, lasers,
exactly.
Much larger, artillery, blah, 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 blah. Do me a favor, roll me one more no check for something different.
Because sometimes it's like a little bit of precision can get into places that like would be protected from larger blasts, but nah.
That is another garbage lore check. Another garbage
we're going to die today. That's how it is. Because I'm going to make myself die. Because this is... I can't open the door. But I was going to heroically run towards the ship to get cover under the ship. But I guess I'm stuck in here. Oh no.
Okay, so now it is... Oh god, that was so bad. Carmine, it is your turn. Your turn.
Oh goody. Absolutely
this
no
is going
damage
really
has been
badly.
done. Oh. Fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna start legging it towards the crate slowly but surely, while staying near the ship for now.
But the issue is if you get behind the crates, like the ship can shoot you.
Yeah, but at this point...
You'll have cover from it, but it can't shoot you at all if you're under the ship. And I think the ship's gun is going to do more damage than their guns.
That's
But this is
true.
up to you. I can't be giving you commands right now.
Yeah, I know.
Even though I bet you're commanding
But the thing is, like, trying to run towards the ship legs for cover means I expose myself to other people.